Roger, boy, what a match. You're up 2-0. Stan gets treated for an injury timeout, comes out with tape on his knee. What changed at that point in the match?
Well, it's good to talk about the bad stuff first, I guess, but...
Yeah, let's get it out of the way. Come on, there's more good stuff coming, I promise.
There's good stuff coming, good. Oh, thank God.
All right, Roger, so that was 1 hour and 14 minutes. So I've been instructed by Channel 7 to do an hour-long interview with you here for the crowd. Andy Roddick came into this tournament with a lot of confidence. He'd played beautifully. He'd taken you out in an exhibition in Kooyong. He beat some great players en route to the semifinals, but you completely dismantled him out here tonight. And I have just one question. Well, I have a lot of questions, but the first one is, why'd you do it? That confusion. All right. So you didn't get your matches in Kooyong, but there was a possibility that you were going to play one extra match, but you just decided to come out here and practice and get your sets in right here at the stadium, yeah?
Well, yeah, maybe I could have maybe played on Saturday, but then I didn't want all the fuss about the media, me playing there, they're analyzing my game and thinking they knew best, so I just thought, you know what, I'll stay here.
Hey, don't take any shots. I'm there analyzing your game, kid.
Well, you came later, you would have seen it anyway.
That's a lot. Now, do they stay in one of your 18 bedrooms in your apartment, or? And why wasn't I invited?
Well, I know, you're pretty good, you know, you could still play with me, so...
Hold on, let me get the checkbook out. That was nice. There's not a lot of doubt for you in the way you're playing right now, but I understand that you like to play some video games. Is that true?
Well, once in a while.
Do you play any tennis video games?
Sure.
Do these tennis video games have, let's say, Rafael Nadal in them, or Andy Roddick, or players like that?
Some games do have them as well, yeah.
Do they have Roger Federer in them also?
Absolutely.
So when you're playing these video games, do you play as you, or do you play as Rafa or someone else?
What do you think? Honestly, I do change, you know. I like to play with Rafa just, you know, to see how a muscle game feels like.
See what it's like to be a lefty, maybe?
For instance, or, you know, have the big bomb like Andy. I don't have those things, you know, so it's a little way of feeling like them sometimes.
And, well, what do you have in these video games? What's your weaponry?
Well, two all around, you know, it's not so much fun. I'd rather have, you know, the big serve or, you know, the incredible forehand, but they gave me the all-rounder. It's nice, you know, to be good in all areas, but I'd rather be good just in one. And, you know, we have good personalities against each other, so I'm happy I won tonight. I thought Murat started to play really well towards the end, so I'm happy I got through in the end because it seemed like a déjà vu.
So it doesn't really matter who wins, you just enjoy playing him. Can I ask you what your career record is with him?
I've beat him more than he beat me, so I really enjoy playing against him.
I think it's like 10-2, something like that. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, you know the facts.
Dimensional. You're obviously an incredible tennis player, but you also care about things that I don't care about, like fashion. Clearly, I don't care about it. But when you come to Wimbledon, you know, you wear like a jacket sometimes, you bring a sweater. What do you bring in here at the Australian Open? What's your fashion tip?
Well, the gray jumper is really in at the moment. Right? I mean, who doesn't have a gray jumper, right? Everybody has one. I mean, there's like, what, 5,000 here tonight? Well, maybe not jumpers, but like shirts and stuff. Gray's a great color, you know. Belt, I got the belt going, yeah, you saw that right. Well, you checking me out?
It's got the RF on the belt, right?
Yeah, just that I remember who I am, so, yeah.
How about the shoes? What's going on with the shoes?
Yeah, the shoes have my initials on it as well, so if I lose them, I know they're mine. And yeah, they got 3 symbols on there for my 3 titles here, so that's a nice thing, right?
No. It's a pretty good thing to have. Now, I saw we're doing the match with Djokovic and Amir Delic today, and he was wearing your shoes. But does he get the 3 things on his shoes?
Yeah, he's paying me to wear them, so... No. Unfortunately not. That would be a bit easy, right? Selling shoes on the cover? No, that's not my style. But I think, honestly, I'm not kidding, but I think Berdych is also playing with my shoes. So, and I'm playing him, so I'm going to tell Nike, no way he's playing with my shoes. So he's got to change shoes. So I already got the whole thing planned.
And what about playing against this young guy? There are a lot of the young crew that are coming up, and they're ready to come after you. And did you come out to send a message to this young man tonight?
Well, could have called him or sent him by mail, but no, look, these guys, it's great to see a new young group coming up because, yeah, I mean, we've had...
Because you're bored, I know.
No, that's what you think. I'm very motivated. I'm only 25, come on.
You're only 25, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Talk to me about the video board, because I see you on the changeovers watching sort of the highlights and checking your form out. Are you happy with the way you look up there?
Look very beautiful, yeah.
Wow. You know, we say all these nice things about you, but we can't call you modest anymore, I guess.
That's gone. Talking to you.
One thing that was interesting was in the third set, it seemed like you started to show a little bit more of your repertoire, particularly that slice backhand point. You guys had about 15 slices back and forth. Did you enjoy that?
That's why I came here today, to win that rally. That was, you know, in practice you do that for fun a lot, and the match courts, you know, you don't muck around like this usually. But look, it worked out. I won the point. I'm happy. He's disappointed, and that's perfect. Well, ambassador since April, big press conference in New York. You know, what's up, mate? You got a bear. You got a bear.
Keep talking. India. We'll stay focused on India.
Push through that. We got also these. They're smaller. They cost $10.95, and you can get them on unicef.com, or then you can, I don't know, call a number. I guess they got numbers to call, but it would be great if you buy such pairs because they're really cute. They got my name on their back, my ranking, and they got the Wilson racket going as well. So he's a good guy.
Did you? It's good. It is very good. Were you involved in the design? Because Serena Williams designs her clothes, you know, I thought, did you get involved in that?
Yeah, I designed bears at the end of my career, so.
Did you get up extra for this match because you saw him coming for you?
Absolutely, and that's why I didn't read the papers today. I didn't switch on the TV.
You're into the third round, that's not too bad. 2009 was not a bad year to be Roger Federer either, on the court. But I want to talk to you about the off court. There's a lot that was going on. Do you mind?
Depends what you're going to ask.
Well, you don't have a choice. This is my microphone.
I know. For those who know me, I got a little emotional.
Shocker.
A shocker, right? I mean, I cannot believe I did that. But I thought after 9 to 10 years I won't get emotional at the wedding, but there was no chance to get around that one.
And I tell you, he's going to be a pretty good catch, Mirka. The diaper issue, are you involved?
It's the obvious question, isn't it?
I'm the obvious guy for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've done it before. I will probably do it again tonight, maybe. So we'll see how it goes. So far, it's been good, you know. Probably like 24 a day. So not all of them. You know, I don't do them all, but it's intense.
I saw you earlier today in the lunchroom, and I got to spend a little time with your father, actually, who I haven't spent much time with. And I thought to myself, I mean, he's a really, really nice man.
Unlike me.
And I thought to myself, what happened to Roger? What happened to you?
That's how it goes. Not everybody can be good guys, you know, in the family. You need one rebel. That would be me.
You're the rebel, yeah, I could definitely see that. That's in your experience. One thing that is probably overlooked is your fitness. It takes great physical strength and stamina to do what you do out here and make it look easy. Do you train really hard in the off season? Can you give me any tips, anything you can talk about?
No, it's all talent, that don't work. I just sit on the couch. Take care.
Now you've really upset me.
You thought you had something going, right? That you were one of those, like was Lendl, that, you know, made us generation work hard. Not with me, anyway. I didn't get inspired. No. No, all I do is really just take care of the kids, you know? That's all I do.
Well, last year, that makes me feel even worse, by the way, thanks. Last year was a very special year for you off court. We talked about that earlier, about the kids, about how you're a diaper specialist now. But it was also a fantastic year for you on court. What stands out for you? You accomplished a lot last year. What stands out from on court in 2009?
All the hard work I put in, you know.
On the couch with the kids?
Yeah. Not just to get back, I do work hard in the off season, just so that's clear. But no, I think it's so hard to pick, you know. Is it the French, is it Wimbledon? I just think the French Open really sort of relaxes my mind, you know. Knowing that I can come to the French Open from now on and enjoy it, you know. I mean, not that I didn't before, but I just a touch more now, you know, because I won't get asked a silly question. Are you ever going to win the French Open? Is your game good enough?
All you had to do was ask me.
Well, I thought you were going to, you know, maybe write a letter, or give a call, or you didn't, you know, and I'm still waiting, by the way. But now I don't need it anymore.
What are the keys to the match for you against Andy?
I think aggressive, you know, the way I usually always play. We've had some very different type of matches against each other where, you know, we try to joke around each other, you know, around the court, or just loop the ball in or play really aggressive. So I think it's very tactical always against him. From my side, I'll play very aggressive, Andy, if you're listening. I'll come in on your backhand, you'll pass me, I'll drop shot you, you'll lob me, I'll hit it through the legs. And so it's going to be something like that. First win I have against him. Every time we played, we went the distance. Best of 3 sets, we go 3. Best of 5, we goes 5. Hopefully we don't play each other anymore. But
sometimes out here I ask you questions about records that you have because you have so many different records. Can you remember the last time that you lost in a third round of a major?
I'll pick the French Open against Gustavo Kirten, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4.
What year?
2004. I was a #1 seed.
So let's turn the page now. You're into the quarterfinals for about the 750th straight time. I think it's 31, which is, of course, your record. Well, do you feel the match shifting at that moment when you put that T-shirt on? Does that change things?
Put it on because I have big muscles. I got to keep them warm. So.
Reflexes, muscles. It's going to be this kind of an interview. Okay, I got it.
It's particularly my left arm that's so impressive. I think that's what shocks all the opponents when I walk out and they see that big, huge left arm when I'm tossing the ball. It's scary, scary stuff.
Your record against players in their home country in Grand Slams is incredible. I think only twice you've lost. Why do you keep beating up on the hometown heroes? Well, why do you do that? It's not smart, man. It's not smart.
I know. It's definitely not smart. But it's nice that you guys sort of invite me back every year. And
That's Andy Murray. What's going to be the key for you going up against Andy in the semis?
Look, I got to recover a little bit, but I'm going to be fine. I'm young, you know. I'll recover quick. Compared to the seniors, you know, of course. No. You know, I've had better days on my back and worse days. Like I think like yourself as well. We've struggled over the years, you know, but we tried to make it work somehow. And then tonight was one of the better days. I think I was able to mix it up well, take it early sometimes, and also give myself time. So it's one of those nights where I'm happy it worked out.
Yeah, my backhand is horrible. Thanks for reminding everyone.
And I'm looking forward to playing against him in matches. Like you said, he's got a much better backhand than I have. So
I didn't say that.
Well,
better than mine.
I think he has, so up to me to figure it out.
Your backhand looked awesome tonight. We had one viewer question. It's a bizarre one, but I'm going to ask it on this. People were commenting 2 socks. Is that a usual thing? Do you always wear 2 pairs of socks?
Who told you I'm wearing 2 socks? Are you checking me out? Or?
It's a viewer question.
Okay. Why 2 socks? I've been wearing 2 socks for some time. Even my girls don't understand why I'm wearing 2 socks. They ask me, why, Papa? And I tell them, well, it's softer that way. Over 5 sets, I figure I have a bit more cushioning, even though the shoes these days are not what they used to be. So that's why, viewer question, guy.
Last year, you were not feeling necessarily your best with your back. But I've read some stories. Sounds like your body's doing a little bit better now. How would you say your body's feeling overall?
Good. I'm just happy waking up in the morning and feeling not like an old man. So that's very positive. Felt like that.
You're looking right at me when you say that. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
You're not that old. A little bit old. Gave him a call and he thought about it for a while. So I'm happy that he said yes, and we're going to do a few weeks together in the team. As of this year, and for me it's a thrill because he's the one I used to watch the most next to Boris and Pete growing up, so it's...
I'm right here, buddy. I'm right here.
Well, you took him out. That's why I don't like you so much. I have no choice but to stay out here and try to tell myself I'm actually still in the lead, so it's not that bad. Clearly it was tough because you're sitting there. You think I could be talking to you right now, it could be all fun and games, but no. I'm probably one of the guy who misses more breakpoint opportunity than other guys, so I'm kind of used to it. And then you stay positive that you gave yourself a chance and you miss another one, but you know what, I'll give myself another chance. Miss one more, sure, then I want to do something, maybe toss a ball out of the stadium or something, but I never do it. I keep my composure and try to keep the poker face, and it worked tonight.
Common. Rod's got his own building. You have a building in Basel where you're from named after you, so that's not bad. Not quite yet? It's going to be soon. All right, well, next up, I let the cat out of the bag. Sorry about that. Top secret.
Before, what was going on for you just waiting to go on the court? Anything special tonight? Anything happen? Anyone come see you in the player restaurant?
No, just normal stuff. Oh yeah, Rod Laver came around. I mean, I don't know if
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, no, you're right. I don't know where you were, but that you saw me, but he came to say hello, which was very nice. I appreciate that always. It's a great moment. It's motivating and inspiring. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Rocket. Good to see you. Thank you.
I'm always watching. Always watching. Well, you had a lot of great tennis minds around you, not only the Rocket, but you've added a new person to your team. Severin Luthi has been with you a long time as your coach. Now you have Ivan Lubicic, who's not only coaching you, but you also played against him. What's it like to have a peer now helping you as a coach?
Yeah, I think that's a first for me. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. No, I don't think so, but it's the first time that I have someone on my team that actually I played against, and we played a ton against each other. So I thought it'd be an interesting situation as well to have somebody on the team who's played against a lot of the guys I play against nowadays, and who also to figure out my game maybe, so he can give me good advice. He's good on the team. I know him since a long time, obviously, and it's been nice working with him. He left already. He's already scouting the next match, I guess. But anyway, he played great here last year, beating Rafa, so I got my hands full, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm glad you unclasped. You had like negative body language going with me. You had your arms closed. Now you're open. Now I feel like we can start talking a little bit, okay? All right, good. Come with me. All right, family. I haven't had a chance to talk to you much. Give me the update on the family. The kids are getting a little bit older, a little bigger. How many languages are they speaking?
Well, the boys are 1.5. I don't know.
3 languages? 4?
Yeah, 3 or 4 words maybe, yes. Yeah, and that language is Swiss German, I think, and maybe a bit of names. I don't know what names are for you, what language, but no, it's the cutest thing ever. Again, I'm happy I'm going through it once again with my wife. It's beautiful, and the girls are 6.5 now. They're just incredible. A lot of a lot of educational stuff going on right now, so that's a challenge, but I love it.
Visit with your wife Mirka prior to the match, and she told me, you know, I probably shouldn't share this with, well, I'm going to share it with a few of our friends anyway. She said you had like a special diet treat last night, like pre-match, something that you probably don't do that often to get ready. Maybe your kids brought it for you. Did you eat something special last night?
Did I?
Maybe some ice cream or something?
Oh, yeah, I like my ice cream and I like my chocolate, and That's my diet, so that's nothing normal. This is
Don't
like
tell me that.
This
That's
is like
not
an
right.
everyday thing. I like my treats, absolutely. So I don't feel even bad about it. I feel good that I can do it and play tennis at the same time.
Well, I'll tell you what. You make me feel bad about it, because look at you, 35 years old, playing like that. Get out of here, Roger Federer. We'll see you in a couple nights. Well, it's been nice to see you pick up so quickly after 6 months off tour. I mean, your talent is intact. We know you're such an amazing athlete, but I think I've found a weakness in you, Roger Federer. I looked hard. Actually, you showed us. You posted a video with Grigor Dimitrov and Tommy Haas. You guys were doing a little bit of singing this week. I think we may even have it. Really? All right, we can wrap. That's enough. That's enough. We got enough. That was enough. All right. 2 questions. Is this sort of a normal Grand Slam thing that you do? And the second question is, who has the terrible pitch? Whose voice is that? Is that you? Are you the really poor singer in that group, or is that Tommy? Be honest.
I thought it was terrible acoustics in that room, you know. Oh, God. I didn't even know that song that well. I've heard it many, many times, but the lyrics was not my thing, so that's why I think my voice was playing up a little bit, but... and I thought Tommy saved us. He sang this song many, many times, so he was just putting up the lyrics for us. And Grigor, I think he just looks good. His voice was terrible. But the pianist was the best. David was the best.
Yeah, David Foster produced that song. Roger Federer, you produced some great tennis again.
Game right now. I'm happy already for him that he's gotten this far, but he does need to go one step further, you know, so it's enough right now. But no, I'm looking forward to the match, of course. Stan knows I'm joking, somewhat.
You're putting the big brother on him right there. Well, speaking of, well, I'm going to speak of family, because you have your big family with you here. You have 4 children. What have they been up to in Australia? You've been in Australia now for a couple of weeks, right? You came in early to Perth. So how have they enjoyed the country? What have they been doing?
They've been busy, you know, they're kids. They never just sleep all day like we do. Or do we? Do you?
I don't sleep. I don't know what you're talking about.
There you go. Well, with the late night sessions here, I had to sleep in the morning, so they knew that, you know, Dad can't be around that much in the mornings, but they really enjoyed Australia. Perth, they had a blast. Here as well. Melbourne, they know better, obviously, because they've never been to Perth before, and they've been active. They go outside every day, and they told me many times, please don't lose, Daddy. We don't want to stay here for longer. For the first time today, one of my daughters said, it's actually okay. I'm happy to go skiing in Switzerland now. So I was like, come on. Give me one more match here. Maybe I can hang around for a couple more days. I think she's going to be all right with it.
I got one more tough question, then we'll get to the good stuff, okay? You're treated for an injury timeout. After the 4th set, what was your issue?
Well, I've had a leg thing going on for the week, so and I felt it from sort of the second game on in the match. I don't know why, but I just said, you know what? I never take injury timeouts. Stan already took his, so I guess people won't be mad, and Stan won't be mad, hopefully. And it wasn't on the set change, and you know, you just hope something works. So. That physio, he's got some magic hands going on.
I'm not a doctor, but leg thing is a little unspecific. Is there a calf, quad? What's the? Because you look like you're moving really well.
Yeah, I thought I was moving actually the same way like in the first couple of sets. I'm not sure how much it brought to me, but so if you go off the court, that means the treatment is further up the leg.
You don't need to be more specific. That's enough. We're going to move along.
We're not that specific.
Yeah.
We're still talking about the leg, right?
No, we're moving on to the 5th set. We're leaving that. 5th set. These things are getting looser and looser, these interviews. Let's talk about your greatest rival in your career, Rafael Nadal, and what he's meant to you. And just look into that matchup and give us a little preview of how you'd be looking forward to that match.
Yeah, it's real now. I can really actually talk about playing a finals for the first time. I've been dodging that bullet, you know, for the last sort of days now, not talking about the next round and the next round, but this is the last one. So I'll leave it all out here in Australia, and if I can't walk for another 5 months, that's okay. So I'll give it all I have. Rafa's definitely presented me with the biggest challenge in the game. I think I played him too many times on clay early in my career, and I think that had something to do then the way I played him on different surfaces too. But I think this court allows me to play offensive. I mean, I'm probably his #1 fan of Rafa. I think his game is just tremendous. He's an incredible competitor, and I'm happy we did have some epic battles over the years, and of course it would be unreal to play here. I think both of us, we would have never thought that we were going to be here potentially playing in the finals, because I went to open his academy in Mallorca with him a few months back, and I told him, look, I wish we could do like a charity match or like something, but I was on one leg, he had the wrist injury, and we were playing some mini tennis with some juniors, and we're like, that's the best we can do right now. A few months later, we're maybe going to be in the finals. I am, he maybe. So I think it's very special for both of us this tournament already. So I just hope it's going to be a good match.
Excellent. And then who were you practicing with in Dubai? I'm going to end this real soon, I promise.
We got time, you know. I mean, like this, we don't need to. I don't need to do any interviews anymore for the rest of the year. It's just perfect, you know. And we can share it.
Look forward to that match. I have one more thing. It's not really a question. It's more of a statement, you know. They tell me to make sure you're standing on that corner when we do that interview, but they also say if he goes back, you have to go back with him. Why are we here? We started up there. What are we running from?
Well, the camera's too close. I'm scared of them, you know. So I thought here we're a little bit more safe, but no. I mean, I always like doing interviews with you, James. I'm not running away from you.
I appreciate that.
Honestly, I haven't seen too much of Tsonga, but I saw a little bit against Eugenie last night, and no, he was impressive, no doubt. He's a hell of an athlete, and you know, he gets the job done. He's young as well. Again, another youngster, but you know, I like being surrounded by those guys. You know, they don't have the experience I have, so that's a. So that's good, and it's going to be exciting. You know, explosive tennis, we always get that from Rafa, and I always enjoy watching Rafa play more than playing against him.
Well said. You've given a great interview, but you made one mistake. You can't say hell of a on television. Do you know that?
Now I know.
All right, well, you're in the semifinals, so nice job, Raj.